Good day, ma'am and sir. We are the researchers from Group 7, Section 8, and we are here today to present to you our mini research. Let me introduce myself first. I am Kristine Margarse to present to you the overview. Our mini research is entitled Online Learning Experience of MCM Students. As we all know, we are all affected by the COVID-19 pandemic that made us adjust to the new normal and change our lives. Overview: Universities around the world had to adjust their teaching to now be carried out online in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Online classes are commonly used in colleges today, offering convenient access to course materials, classroom discussions, and instructors' input. Due to pandemic, students need to deal with online classes where they rely everything to the internet for student and teacher interaction, and also the distribution of course materials. Online classes is very convenient for they don't need to go to school but to only attend classes and assess the course materials through any device at their home. Second, in the implementation of the new teaching styles and the use of technology for learning, the perception of every student is fundamentally significant. In certain ways, online education can improve students as it helps them to be more active and creative by using the internet and other platforms to gather various ideas and knowledge. Students need to adjust with the new learning style like recorded video lectures and modules, and the use of technology for learning such as apps like Blackboard Learn and Google Classroom. Online learning helps every student develop their skills and creativity using the internet and other platforms. Online courses can be beneficial for a busy student, especially colleges, and can be more effective than traditional classes for students can answer their modules at their own pace. However, online classes might be effective for some students, but not everyone prefer this kind of setup, especially for students who don't have gadgets such as computers and phones. Hence, online learning experience may alter depending on the students. It may be helpful for others, but some may find it very difficult. According to Secretary of Education Leonor Briones, the country has been using blended learning for decades, citing Open University of the Philippines as an example of distance learning. Apart from that, modular learning methods have already been developed in the Philippines even before this global pandemic, Madrasa 2020. As said by Secretary Briones, blended learning started in the Philippines 3 decades ago, specifically higher education institutions, and also used in graduate programs and professional developments, and had a very positive responses from the parents and the students.
The objective of our study is to assess MCM students' online learning experience and the level based on capability, accessibility, management, and utility.
This is our literature review. Del Campo Negro and Nunez 2012 said that the teacher used to utilize the blackboard or the slate markers to do activities, solve problems, and exercises. But with the fast growth of the population of TV tablets, PC tablets, the class ends up being taught on screen and doing the activities and exercise on screen. There has been a great change among the behavior of the students since this happened. Students no longer take notes on every subject or draw by hand during classes since they have their tablets and devices. To make use of and still obtain even more information and reference from the web. This gives an advantage to the students since they can fully pay attention to the instructor rather than dividing their attention on both the instructor and their notes. This change has been addressed lately, and Del Campo et al. 2012 can say that they have gone from passive learning to active learning. So, with the advance of technology, students are opting to online class education compared to brick and mortar college. Although we are in our new setting of academe, we cannot deny the fact that we are engaging in a few medium of learning. If we are about to see the positive dimension of online experience, we observe the consumption of gadgets since it is now indeed indispensable in our daily life. A lot of learning applications are utilized and wireless fidelity consume in which we are using it endlessly for us to deliver and receive our lessons. Well, well compared to the traditional education that seems to have difficulty in delivering it properly, we can also easily access the given course materials online with just a click. Furthermore, the focus of this analysis is the evolution of both teaching and learning style that has a harmless effect on both parties.
Online classes made every student's life more easier. Just like what the campus said, they have their full attention to the instructors and the lesson for they don't need to take all the notes on every subject, which makes them more active and can participate very well. Students have their own gadgets where they can download all the PDFs and lecture videos, and it has been a great help for them. For students can search the guidelines using the internet.
In methodology, this contains the research design, research participants, and locale. MCM created a survey for the participants to complete as a part of the research design. Various higher education institutions are among the participants. They took the survey link and filled out the questionnaire. A Likert scale is shown below. This is where the results and responses will be based. We have a maximum scale and highest range of 5, with 5 being the extremely easy and 1 being the extremely not easy.
These following tables will show the results that we, the researchers, discovered by our surveys. That the MCM students' online learning experiences vary in different aspects of online learning. The capability level is rated as neutral, indicating that MCM students have an average or typical online learning experience when it comes to completing course-related tasks and outputs. MCM students have a good online learning experience in terms of access to the internet, gadgets, and other related technology because the level of accessibility is rated as somewhat easy. The level of management is rated as somewhat not easy, implying that MCM students have a little online learning experience when it comes to managing their education and household responsibilities. The level of utility refers to how efficient and beneficial online learning is. The weighted average of 3 levels, ability level, usability level, and management level, were discovered to be 2.96 and is classified as average, indicating that students have an overall good and better online learning experience. It also means that the online learning of MCM students have been found to be reliable and realistic.
So for the analysis, MCM students have average or normal online learning experience when it comes to finishing course-related outputs and tasks, because the capacity level is graded as neutral. MCM students have a good online learning experience in terms of access to the internet, gadgets, and other related technologies because the level of accessibility is rated as somewhat easy. For the third one, MCM students have low online learning experience when it comes to handling education and household jobs because the level of management is graded as rather uncomplicated. For the fourth and last one, MCM students have a good or better overall online learning experience because the utility level was graded as average.
These are our conclusion. Number one, the online learning of MCM students has been found to be reliable and realistic. Number two, MCM students analyze and focus on e-learning processes as they demonstrate a difference in the use and implementation of the online learning environment. Number three, more than that, connectivism learning theory can be seen as MCM students learn through interaction and cooperation with others. To conclude this study, based on the degree of how beneficial online learning is, it came up with three levels, which are capacity level, accessibility, and management. It was found that there are 29538 mean of utility level as it is graded as average. This shows how students have better online experience. It also shows how MCM student online learning is reliable and realistic. According to Haya and Song 2019, in order for student to engage in an e-learning environment, they should have digital and technical skills to execute their academic performance. Well, as it will have an impact in their grades and involve the university student to a new learning environment. Moreover, research theories provided credibility for the validation of study, whereas in transformative learning theory, it allows the MCM students perspective to analyze and dwell on e-learning process. Additionally, in connectivism learning theory, it was shown how MCM students learn through forming connections between people and with technology as it examined how to promote collaboration and opportunities to make a choice towards learning.